Hello everybody, my name is Suzy and welcome back. I know I started recording YouTube, but this might be my last video, my birthday special, soon. Alright, today I'm going to be reading my book, Vakfa 1, Dispatch. Novel by Kyson Cody, inspired by Ethan Pettis' Primitive War. Thank you for reading. Disclaimer, novel includes the following: foul language, alcohol use, offensive jokes, gore. Thank you for reading. Chapter 1, Forest. War kills all, men, women, children, and wildlife. Forests getting burned down, kids being taken from their families, soldiers getting gunned down in the battlefield without getting their own chance to say goodbye to their loved ones. Animal homes getting taken away by man's growing greed by the days. The once peaceful earth God created turns into a massive planet of death and greed. Firecrackles in front of Luke Pettis. He sits on a log with four others surrounding the small campfire. Luke is the lead soldier of the Camo Squad, a team of Black Ops soldiers that specialize in retrieving things with no questions. The wind of the forest hit Luke's face like a gunshot. Fog hides the horror surrounding his team's tent. The sky is dark and devoid. The trees rustle alongside the wind. Sounds of birds echo through Luke's ears. The forest is seemingly peaceful, giving a sense of safety from the outside battles and blood spilling. Luke's pen stained his journal, the smell of ink filling his nostrils. Bags under his eyes, his eyelids heavy, but he fights himself to stay awake. His MMG leans on a tree that stands beside the log Luke sits on. Luke is a young 20-year-old man with blonde hair, emerald green eyes, and skinny body. He wears a dark green button-up shirt that is stained with Canadian blood. His legs stay hidden under his dark green ripped jeans and donning black boots, the heels stained with the mud. Luke's hand moves swiftly as he writes in cursive within his journal. He was chosen for the first one who would take the first watch over the campsite. Luke grabs his phone and pulls it out of his pocket and checks the time. 20:30:27. Even with his 2 years serving the military, he can't even understand what time it is. This always annoyed him. Luke sighed and closes his journal. He stands up, his mud-stained boots sink into the mud-covered ground about an inch or two. Luke's green cap casts a shadow over his mud-covered face. He looks at the darkness of the night sky, admiring the peaceful ecosystem surrounding him. Luke turns around and unzips a zipper into a light brown triangular tent, where a long green mattress stands in the middle of the tent, with a 30-year-old man wearing the same outfit as Luke sleeps in the middle. Get the fuck up, Jose. It's your turn to watch, Luke yawns. Ugh, fine, I'm up. Joe groans and gets up, his light gray beard hitting the light given by a lamp in the corner of the tent. Luke sits on the mattress and takes his cap off and places it on a small white desk on his left. How long you been up? Jose asks, sitting across from Luke, putting his blood-stained hiker boots on. Thunder booms outside the tent. The orange light of fire disappears within seconds. Jose has always been the brute of the team. Strong, brave, brutal. Jose and Luke has some of a sort of sibling rivalry, even though they are both unrelated. Jose never cared about the wildlife or the kill they killed in each battle. The innocent Canadians' innocence didn't exist in Jose's eyes. For hours, and stop trying to make small talk and get the fuck out there, Luke responds. Jose picks up his rifle from the ground and steps out of the tent. The sprinkles of rain had turned into a foggy storm. Rain slams onto the ground like a rock slide. Puddles fill every footprint they made by them. Jose looks at the other two tents surrounding the campfire. The team was made up of 6 men. 2 of them were wiped out in a Canadian ambush, and the other 2 were dragged away in the forest. Luke looks at the roof of his tent. His body is motionless. The rain outside of the tent fills his ears. Luke hasn't slept in days. Gunshots snap Luke awake. He sits up and he jumps out of his mattress and grabs his MMG and runs outside. Jose? What the fuck was that? Luke's boots slam into the muddy ground as he runs outside. His entire body getting drenched with water in seconds. Jose? Luke's voice echoes through the forest. Where the fuck are you, Jose? He gets no response. His eyes scan the fogged wilderness. It's useless. He can't see anything in the storm. The fog is too dense. Luke slams his face into his palms and sighs. This fucking retard. Luke whispers and sprints into the jungle. Puddles splash under his feet as he runs through the darkness blindly. Luke pulls the walkie-talkie on his chest to his mouth. Black, red, and brown. We've lost 1 down to 1. I repeat, down to 1. Static. Black bear to brown. I am down to 1. Do you copy? Luke repeats. Static. Fuck. Luke yells to himself. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Luke looks around. Fog hides his vision to the hell surrounding him. He suddenly stops. Was that breathing? Luke's eyes snap to the sound as fast as a jet. He doesn't see anything. Everything went quiet besides the storm surrounding him. His hands shake, causing him to drop his MMG that lands on the floor with a splash. He knows the monsters war makes. The bloodthirsty beasts eat each other's spine. He's being watched. Get out of there. Luke sprints away, running blindly in the darkness of the forest. He can faintly hear the rushing footsteps of his predator. It's fast, quiet, hungry. Get the hell away from me! Luke screams behind him. A flash of lightning silhouettes the hunter. Luke is too frightened to even stare at its direction. A sudden sharp pain hits his ankle, and the same feeling as a house cat biting your arm. His face hits the ground with a thump, and he gets dragged away into the bushes. He looks down and sees razor-sharp teeth dig into his flesh. He kicks and screams, but to no avail. The rain above him is a blur. Jesus, they are moving what feels like light speed. Luke lets out a grotto shriek. Luke is able to get released with one final kick and rushes to his feet. What the fuck? Luke screams like a caveman and runs back into the foggy forest. The sound of multiple footsteps reaches his ears. Bushes rustle amongst the movements. He's out of breath, out of wisdom, out of care. A log catches his ankle and forces Luke back onto the ground. He moans in pain and crawls away until he finds and leans against a tree. The footsteps get closer and closer and closer. The last thing Luke remembers is hearing the soft breathing of the killers and seeing those yellow eyes in the darkness approaching him.